up, Travis. Travis. Come on now, boy. Wake up. Come on, Travis. It's 7:30. I said, hurry up, Travis. You ain't the only person in the world got to use the bathroom.
Just 5 more minutes.
Travis, wake up. Walter Lee. Walter Lee, it's after 7:30. Let me see you doing some waking up in there now. You better get up from there, man. It's 7:30, I tell you. All right. You go on ahead and lay there. And the next thing you know, Travis will be finished, and Mr. Johnson will be in there, and you'll be fussing and cussing around here like a madman. And be late, too. Walter Lee, it's time for you to get up.
Is he out yet?
What you mean out? He ain't hardly got in there good yet.
Well, what was you doing all that yelling for if I can't even get in there yet? The check coming today?
They said Saturday, and this is just Friday. And I hopes to God you ain't gonna get up here first thing this morning and start talking to me about no money. Because I about don't want to hear it.
Paper come? Something the matter with you this morning, Ruth?
No, I'm just sleepy as the devil. What kind of eggs you want?
Not scrambled. They set off another A-bomb yesterday.
Did they?
Now, what's the matter with you?
Ain't nothing the matter with me. And don't keep asking me.
Ain't nobody bothering you. Oh. They say here Colonel McCormick is sick.
Is he now? Poor thing.
And what is that boy doing in that bathroom all this time? He just gonna have to start getting up earlier. I can't be being late to work on account of him fooling around in there.
Oh, no, he ain't gonna be getting up no earlier, no such thing. It ain't his fault that he can't get to bed because he got a bunch of crazy, good-for-nothing clowns run their mouths in what's supposed to be his bedroom after 10 o'clock at night.
That's what you mad about, ain't it? The things I want to talk about with my friends couldn't be important in your mind, could they?
Walter, why you always got to smoke before you eat in the morning?
Just look at him down there, running and racing to work. Oh, you look young this morning, baby.
Yeah.
Just for a second, stirring them eggs. Just for a second, you look real young again. It's gone now. You look like yourself again.
Man, if you don't shut up and leave me alone.
First thing a man ought to learn in life is not to make love to no colored woman first thing in the morning. Y'all some evil people at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Come on, Daddy, come on.
Well, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Well, hurry
Come
up.
on, here comes Mr. Johnson coming down the hall.
Oh, I'm coming.
Go on. Sit down and eat your breakfast, Travis.
Mama, this is Friday. Check coming tomorrow, huh?
You get your mind off money and eat your breakfast.
Well, this is the morning we supposed to bring the 50 cents to school.
Well, I ain't got no 50 cents this morning.
Teachers say we have to.
I don't care what teachers say. I ain't got it. Eat your breakfast, Travis.
I am eating.
Hush up now and just eat.
You think Grandmama would have it?
No. And I want you to stop asking your grandmother for money. You hear me?
Golly, I don't ask her. She just give me it sometimes.
Travis, a little younger. I got too much on me this morning.
Maybe, Daddy.
Travis!
Could I maybe go carry some groceries in front of the supermarket after school then?
Just hush, I said. Well, if you're through eating, you can make up your bed.
I'm gone.
Come here. If you don't take this comb and fix this here head, you better. About to march out of here with that head looking like chicken slept in it. I just don't know where you get your stubborn ways.
I'm gone.
And get your jacket, too. It looks chilly outside. Get your car fare and milk money, and not 1 penny for no caps. You hear me?
Yes,
Oh, Mama makes me so mad sometimes. I don't know what to do. Oh, I wouldn't kiss that woman goodbye this morning, not for nothing in this world. Not for nothing in this world. Come here. Now, whose little old angry man are you?
Oh, golly, Mama.
Oh, golly, Mama. Get on out of here. You're gonna be late.
Mama, could I please go carry groceries?
Honey, it's starting to get so cold evenings.
What is it he wants to do?
Go carry groceries at the supermarket.
Well, let him go.
I have to. She won't give me the 50 cents.
Why not?
'Cause we don't have it.
What'd you tell the boy things like that for? Here, son.
Thanks, Daddy.
In fact, here's another 50 cents. You buy yourself some fruit today or take a taxi cab to school or something.
Whoopee!
Hey, you better get down now and get to school, man.
Okay, goodbye.
That's my boy. You know what I was thinking about in the bathroom this morning?
No.
How come you always try to be so pleasant?
What is there to be pleasant about?
You want to know what I was thinking about in the bathroom or not?
I know what you was thinking
About
about.
what me and Willie Harris was talking about last night.
Willie Harris is a good-for-nothing loudmouth.
Anybody who talks to me got to be a good-for-nothing loudmouth, ain't he? What you know about who just a good-for-nothing loudmouth? Charlie Atkins was just a good-for-nothing loudmouth too, wasn't he? When he wanted me to go into the dry cleaning business with him, and now he grossing $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year. You still call him a loudmouth?
Oh, Walter Lee.
You tired, ain't you? You tired of everything. Me, the boy, the way we live, this beat up hole, everything, ain't you? So tired, moaning and groaning all the time, but you wouldn't do nothing to help, would you? You couldn't be on my side for that long for nothing, could you?
Walter, please leave me alone.
A man needs for a woman to back him up.
Walter.
Mama would listen to you. You know she listen to you more than she do me, and Benny should think more of you. All you got to do is just sit down with her when you're drinking your coffee and talking about things like you do, and you just sip your coffee, see, and say easy like that you've been thinking about that deal Walter Lee is so interested in, about the store and all, and sip some more coffee like what you saying ain't that important to you. And the next thing you know, she listening good and asking questions. And when I come home, I can tell her the details. This ain't no fly-by-night proposition, baby. I mean, we figured it out. Me, Willie, and Bobo.
Bobo.
Yeah. You see, this little liquor store cost $75,000, and we figured initial investment on the place be about $30,000. See, $10,000 each. Of course, there's a couple hundreds you got to pay so you don't spend your life waiting for them clowns to get your license.
You mean graft?
Well, don't call it that. See there? That just goes to show you what women understand about the world. Baby, don't nothing happen for you in this world unless you pay somebody off.
Walter, leave me alone. Eat your eggs. They're going to be cold.
You see that? Man says to his woman, I got me a dream. And his woman say, eat your eggs. Man say, I got to take hold of this here world, baby. And a woman will say, eat your eggs and go to work. A man say, I got to change my life. I'm choking to death, baby. And his woman say, your eggs getting cold?
Walter, that ain't none of our money.
This morning, I was looking in the mirror and thinking about it. I'm 35 years old. I've been married 11 years. And I got a boy who sleeps in the living room. And all I got to give him is nothing. Nothing but stories about how rich white people live.
Eat your eggs, Walter.
Damn my eggs. And damn all the eggs that ever was.
Then go to work.
See, I'm trying to talk to you about me, and all you can say is eat them eggs and go to work?
Honey, you never say nothing new. I listen to you every day, every night, and every morning, and you never say nothing new. So you would rather be Mr. Arnold than be his chauffeur. So I would rather be living in Buckingham Palace.
That is just what's wrong with the colored woman in this world. Don't understand nothing about building the men up, making them feel like they somebody, like they can do something.
There are colored men who do things.
No thanks to the colored women.
Well, being a colored woman, I guess I can't help myself none.
We one group of men tied to a race of women with small minds.
Morning, Benny.
I'm going to start timing those people in that bathroom.
You should get up earlier.
Really? Would you suggest dawn? Where's the paper?
Benny, you are one horrible looking chick at this hour.
Good morning, everybody.
How's school coming?
Lovely. Lovely. And you know, biology's the greatest. Yesterday, I dissected something that looked just like you.
I just wondered if you made up your mind and everything.
And what did I answer yesterday morning? And the day before that?
Don't be so nasty, Benny.
And the day before that? And the day before that?
I'm interested in, is something wrong with that? Ain't many girls who decide
To be a doctor.
Have we figured out yet just exactly how much medical school gonna cost?
Come on out here, please.
Walter Lee, why don't you leave that girl alone and get on out of here to work?
Beneath it, you know the check is coming tomorrow.
That money belongs to Mama, Walter. And it's for her to decide how to use it. I don't care if she wants to buy a house or a rocket ship or just nail it up and look at it. It's hers. Not ours, hers.
Now, ain't that fine? You just got your mother's interest at heart, ain't you, girl? You're such a nice girl, but mama can always take a few thousand and help you through school, too, can't she?
I have never asked anyone around here to do anything for me.
No, but the line between asking and just accepting when the time comes is big and wide, ain't it?
What do you want from me, brother? That I quit school or just drop dead? Which?
I don't want nothing for you to stop acting holy around here. Me and Ruth done made some sacrifices for you. Why can't you do something for the family?
Walter, don't be dragging me in it.
You are in it. Don't you get up and work in somebody's kitchen and help with clothes on her back?
Walter, that's not fair.
It ain't that nobody expects you to get down on your knees and say, thank you, brother. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, mama. Thank you, Travis, for wearing the same pair of shoes for 2 semesters.
Well, I do. All right. Thank everybody. And forgive me for ever wanting to be anything at all. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me.
Please stop. Your mama will hear you.
Who the hell told you you had to be a doctor? You so crazy about messing around with sick people? Then go be a nurse like other women. Or you could just get married and shut up.
Well, you finally got it said. It took you 3 years, but you finally got it said. Walter, give up. Leave me alone. It's Mama's money.
He was my father, too.
So what? He was mine, too, and Travis's grandfather. But the insurance money belongs to Mama. Picking on me is not going to make her give it to you to invest in any liquor stores. And I, for one, say God bless Mama for that.
See? Ruth, did you hear? Did you hear?
Honey, please go to work.
Nobody in this house is ever going to understand me.
Because you're a nut.
Who's a nut?
You are a nut. V is mad, boy.
The world's most backward race of people, and that's a fact.
And then there are all those prophets who would lead us out of the wilderness into the swamps.
Benny, why you always got to be picking on your brother? Can't you be a little sweeter sometimes?
I need some money for coffee.
50 cents. Here. Take a taxi.
Who that round here slamming doors at this hour?
And that was Walter Lee. He and Benny was at it again.
My children and their tempers. Oh, Lord. If this old plant don't get more sun than it's been getting, it ain't ever gonna see spring again. What's the matter with you this morning, Ruth? You looks right peaked. You aiming to iron all them things? Leave some for me. Benny, honey, it's too drafty for you to be sitting around half-dressed. Where's your robe?
In the cleaners.
Well, go get mine.
I'm not cold, Mama. Honest.
I know, but you're so thin.
Mama, I'm not cold.
Lord have mercy. Look at that poor bed. Bless his heart. Travis tries, don't he?
No, he don't half try at all, because he knows you're going to come along behind him and fix everything. That's just how come he don't know how to do nothing right now. You done spoiled that boy so.
Well, he's a little boy. Ain't supposed to know about housekeeping. My baby, that's what he is. What you fix for his breakfast?
I feed my son, Lena.
I ain't meddling. I just noticed all last week he had cold cereal. When it starts getting this chilly, a child ought to have some hot grits or something when it goes
I
out.
gave him hot oats. Is that all right?
I ain't meddling. Put a lot of nice butter on it. He likes lots of butter.
Lena?
Benny, what was you and your brother fussing about?
It's not important, Mama.
Ruth, what was they fussing about?
Now you know as well as I do.
Brother still worrying himself sick about that money?
You know he is.
You had breakfast.
Some coffee.
Girl, you better start eating and looking after yourself better. You're almost as thin as Travis.
Lena,
Uh-huh.
what are you going to do with it?
Now, don't you start, child. It's too early in the morning to be talking about money. Besides, it ain't Christian.
It's just that he got his heart set on that store.
We ain't no business people, Ruth. We just plain working folks.
Well, ain't nobody business people till they go into business. And Walter Lee says colored people ain't never gonna start getting ahead till they start gambling on some different kinds of things in the world. Investments and things.
What done gotten to you, girl? Walter Lee done finally sold you on investing?
No. Mama, something's happening between Walter and me. I don't know what it is, but he needs something. Something I can't give him anymore. He needs this chance, Lena.
But liquor, honey.
Well, Walter say, I expect people always gonna be drinking themselves some liquor.
Well, whether they drinks it or not ain't none of my business. But whether I sells it to 'em is. And I don't want that on my ledger this late in life. Ruth Younger, what's the matter with you today? You look like you could fall over right there.
I'm tired.
Then you better stay home from work.
I can't stay home. She be calling up the agency. My girl didn't come in today. Send me somebody. My girl didn't come in. Oh, she just have a fit.
Well, let her have it. I'll just call her up and say you got the flu.
Why the flu?
'Cause it sounds respectable to them. Something white people get too. They know about the flu. Otherwise, they think you're being cut up or something when you tell them you're sick.
I got to go in. We need the money.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Somebody would have thought my children done all but starved to death the way they talk about money here late. Child, we got a great big old check coming tomorrow.
Now that's your money. It ain't got nothing to do with me. We all feel like that. Walter and Benny and me, even Travis.
$10,000.
Sure is wonderful.
$10,000.
You know what you should do, Miss Lena? You should take yourself a trip somewhere to Europe or South America or someplace.
Oh,
No,
child.
I'm serious. Just pack up and leave. Forget about the family and just have yourself a ball for once in your life.
You sound like I'm just about ready to die. Who'd go with me? What I look like wandering around Europe all by myself?
Shoot. These here rich white women do it all the time. They don't think nothing about packing up their suitcases and piling on one of them big steamships and whoosh, they gone, child.
Something always told me I wasn't no rich white woman.
Well, what are you going to do with it then?
I ain't rightly decided. Course, some of it got to be put away for Beneath's medical school, and ain't nothing gonna touch that part, nothing. Been thinking that maybe we could meet the notes on a little old two-story somewhere with a yard where Travis could play in the summertime. If we use part of the insurance for a down payment and everybody kind of pitch in, I could maybe take on a little day work again.
Well, Lord knows we put enough rent into this here old rat trap to pay for 4 houses by now.
Rat trap. Yes, that's all it is. I remember just as well the day me and Big Walter moved in here, though. Hadn't been married but 2 weeks and wasn't planning on living here no more than a year. We was gonna set away little by little, don't you know, and buy a little place out at Morgan Park. Even picked out the house. Looks right dumpy today. But child, you should know all the dreams I had about buying that house and fixing it up and making me a little garden in the back. And didn't none of it happen.
Yes, life can be a barrel of disappointment sometimes.
Honey, Big Walter would come in here some nights back then and slump down on that couch there and just look at the rug and look at me and look at the rug and then back at me. And I'd knowed he was down then, really down. And then, Lord, when I lost that baby, little Claude, I almost thought I was gonna lose Big Walter too. Oh, that man grieved himself. He was one man to love his children.
Ain't nothing can tear at you like losing your baby.
I guess that's how come that man finally worked himself to death like he done. Like he was fighting his own war with this here world that took his baby from him.
He sure was a fine man, Mr. Younger.
Crazy about his children. God knows there was plenty wrong with Walter Younger. Hard-headed, mean, kind of wild with the women. Plenty wrong with him. But he sure loved his children. Always wanted them to have something, be something. That's where brother gets all these notions, I reckon. Big Walter used to say he'd get right wet in the eyes sometimes, lean his head back with the water standing in his eyes and say, seemed like God didn't see fit to give the black man nothing but dreams. but it did give us children to make them dreams seem worthwhile. He could talk like that, don't you know?
Yes, he sure could. He was a good man, Mr. Younger.
Yes, a fine man. Just could never catch up with his dreams, that's all.
What could be so dirty on that woman's rugs that she has to vacuum them every single day?
Well, I wish a certain young woman round here who I could name would take inspiration about certain rugs in a certain apartment I could also mention.
How much cleaning can a house need, for Christ's sake?
Benny.
Just listen to her. Just listen.
Oh, God.
Benny, if you use the Lord's name just one more time.
Oh, Mama.
Just fresh as salt, this girl.
Well, if the salt loses its savor.
Now that will do. I just ain't gonna have you round here reciting the scriptures in vain, you hear me?
How did I manage to get on everybody's wrong side by just walking into a room?
What time you be home from school?
Kinda late. Madeline is going to start my guitar lessons today.
Your what kind of lessons?
Guitar.
Oh, Father.
How come you done taking it in your mind to learn to play the guitar?
I just want to, that's all.
Lord, child, don't you know what to do with yourself? How long it gonna be before you get tired of this now? Like you got tired of that little play acting group you joined last year. And what was it the year before that?
The horseback riding club for which she bought that $55 riding habit that's been hanging in the closet ever since.
Why you got to flit so from one thing to another, baby?
I just want to learn to play the guitar. Is there anything wrong with that?
Ain't nobody trying to stop you. I just wonder sometimes why you has to flit so from one thing to another. You ain't never done nothing with all that camera equipment you brought home.
I don't flit. I experiment with different forms of expression.
Like riding a horse.
People have to express themselves one way or another.
What is it you want to express?
Me! Don't worry, I don't expect you to understand.
Who you going out with tomorrow night?
George Murchison again.
Oh, you getting a little sweet on him.
You ask me, this child ain't sweet on nobody but herself. Express herself.
Oh, I like George all right, Mama. I mean, I like him enough to go out with him and stuff, but...
What does "and stuff" mean?
Mind your own business.
Oh, stop picking at her now, Ruth. What does it mean?
Oh, I just mean I could never really be serious about George. He's so shallow.
Shallow? What do you mean he's shallow? He's rich.
Oh, hush, Ruth.
I know he's rich. He knows he's rich, too.
What other qualities a man got to have to satisfy you, little girl?
You wouldn't even begin to understand. Anybody who married Walter could not possibly understand.
What kind of way is that to talk about your brother?
Brother is a flip. Let's face it.
What's a flip?
She's saying he's crazy.
Not crazy. Brother isn't really crazy yet. He's an elaborate neurotic.
Hush your mouth.
As for George, well, George looks good. He's got a beautiful car and takes me to nice places, and I even like him sometimes. But if the Youngers are sitting around waiting to see if their little Benny is going to tie up the family with the Murchisons, they are wasting their time.
You mean you wouldn't marry George Murchison even if he asked you someday? That pretty rich thing? Honey, I knew you was odd.
No, I would not marry him if all I felt for him was what I feel now. Besides, George's family wouldn't really like it.
Why not?
Oh, Mama, the Murchisons are honest-to-God, real, live, rich colored people. And the only people in the world who are more snobbish than rich white people are rich colored people. I thought everybody knew that. I've met Mrs. Murchison. She's a scene.
You must not dislike people because they well off, honey.
Why not? It makes just as much sense as disliking people because they are poor. And lots of people do that.
Well, she'll get over some of this when
Get over it? What are you talking about, Ruth? Listen, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm not worried about who I'm going to marry yet. If I ever get married.
If? Now, Benny.
Oh, I probably will. But first, I'm going to be a doctor. And George, for one, still thinks that's pretty funny. I couldn't be bothered with that. I'm going to be a doctor, and everybody around here better understand that.
Of course you're gonna be a doctor, honey, God willing.
God hasn't got a thing to do with it.
Beneatha, that just wasn't necessary.
Well, neither is God. I get sick of hearing about God.
Beneatha.
I mean it. I'm just tired of hearing about God all the time. What does he got to do with anything? Does he pay tuition?
You about to get your fresh little jaw slapped.
That's just what she needs.
Why? Why can't I say what I want to around here like everybody else?
It don't sound nice for a young girl to say things like that. You wasn't brought up that way. Me and your father went to trouble to get you and brother to church every Sunday.
Mama, you don't understand. It's all a matter of ideas. And God is just one idea I don't accept. It's not important. I am not going out and be immoral or commit crimes because I don't believe in God. I don't even think about it. It's just that I get tired of him getting credit for all the things the human race achieves through its own stubborn effort. There simply is no blasted God. There is only man, and it is he who makes miracles.
Now you say after me, in my mother's house, there is still God. In my mother's house, there is still God.
In my mother's house, there's still God.
There are some ideas we ain't gonna have in this house. Not long as I'm still head of this family.
Yes, ma'am. Benny, you think you a woman, but you still a little girl. What you did was childish, so you got treated like a child.
I see. I also see that everybody thinks it's all right for Mama to be a tyrant. But all the tyranny in the world will never put a God in the heavens.
She said she was sorry. Lena?
They frightens me, Ruth. My children.
You got good children, Lena. They just a little off sometimes, but they're good.
No, there's something come down between me and them that don't let us understand each other, and I don't know what it is. One done almost lost his mind thinking about money all the time, and the other done commenced to talk about things I can't seem to understand in no form or fashion. What is it that's changing, Ruth?
No, you're taking it all too seriously. You just got strong-willed children, and it takes a strong woman like you to keep them in hand.
They spirited all right, my children. Got to admit they got spirit, Benny and Walter. Like this little old plant that ain't never had enough sunshine or nothing. And look at it.
He sure loves that little old thing, don't you?
Well, I always wanted me a garden like folks had down home. This plant is close as I ever got to having one. Lord, Lord, ain't nothing as dreary as the view from this window on a dreary day, is there? Why ain't you singing this morning, Ruth? Sing that No Ways Tired. That song always lifts me up so. Ruth! Ruth, honey! What's the matter with you? Ruth?
Oh, Mama.
Grandmama, that stuff Benny's using to spray them cockroaches smells awful. Can I go downstairs, please?
Did you get all them chores done already? I ain't seen you doing much.
Yes'm, finished early. Where'd Mama go this morning?
She had to go on a little errand
Where?
to tend to her business.
Halo. Yes, he is. It's Willie Harris again.
I got it. Hello, Willie. You get the papers from the lawyer? No. Not yet. I told you the mailman doesn't get here till 10:30. No, 11. Come in. Yeah, right away.
Brother, where did Ruth go?
How should I know?
Oh, come on, Grandma. Can I go outside?
Oh, I guess so. You stay right in front of the house, though, and keep a good lookout for the postman.
Yes'm. Leave them poor little old cockroaches alone. They ain't bothering you none.
I'll cockroach you, boy.
Grandma.
Look out there, girl, before you be spilling that stuff on that child.
That's right. Look out now.
I can't imagine it would hurt him. It has never hurt the roaches.
Well, little boys' hides ain't as tough as Southside roaches. Oh, you better get over there behind the bureau. I seen one marching out of there like Napoleon yesterday.
There's only one way to get rid of them, Mama.
How?
Set fire to this building. Mama, where did Ruth go?
To the doctor, I think.
The doctor? What's the matter? You don't think.
Now, I ain't saying what I think, but I ain't never been wrong about a woman neither.
Halo! Oh. Well, when did you get back? Oh, of course I've missed you. In my way. This morning. No, house cleaning. Mama hates it if I let people come over when the house is like this.
That's right.
You have? Well, that's different. What is it? Oh, what the hell? Come over. Right. Arrivederci!
Who is that you're inviting over here with this house looking like this? You ain't got the pride you was born with.
Asagai doesn't care how houses look, Mama. He's an intellectual.
Who?
Asagai. Joseph Asagai. He's an African boy I met on campus. He's been studying in Canada.
What's his name?
Asagai. Joseph Asagai. He's from Nigeria.
Oh, that's that little country that was founded by the slaves.
No, Mama. That's Liberia.
I don't think I never met no African before.
Well, do me a favor and don't ask him a whole lot of ignorant questions, like do they wear clothes?
Well, now, if you think we're so ignorant around here, maybe you shouldn't bring your friends here.
It's just that all anyone seems to know about when it comes to Africa is Tarzan.
Why should I know anything about Africa?
Why do you give money at church for the missionary work?
Well, that's to help save people.
You mean save them from heathenism?
Yes.
I'm afraid they need more salvation from the British and the French.
Well, I guess from all the happy faces, everybody knows.
Ruth, you pregnant?
Lord have mercy. I sure hope it's a little old girl. Travis ought to have a sister.
How far along are you?
2 months.
Did you mean to? I mean, did you plan it? Or was it an accident?
What do you know about planning or not planning?
She's 20 years old, Lena.
Did you plan it, Ruth?
Mind your own business.
It is my business. Where is he going to sleep? On the roof? Gee, I didn't mean that, Ruth. Honest. Gee, I don't feel like that at all. I think it's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes, really.
Doctor say everything gonna be all right?
Yes, she says everything's gonna be fine.
She? What doctor you went to? Ruth, honey, what's the matter with you? You sick?
What's the matter with her, Mama?
She be all right. Women gets right depressed sometimes when they get her way. Now, you just relax. That's right. Just lean back. Don't think about nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I'm all right.
Come on now, honey. You need to lie down and rest and have some nice hot food.
Oh, my God. That must be Asagai.
Hello, Elijah.
Hello. Well, come in. And please excuse everything. My mother was very upset about the place looking like this.
You look disturbed. Is something wrong?
Yes, we've all got acute ghettoitis. So, sit down. So, how was Canada?
Canadian.
Asagai, I'm very glad you are back.
Are you really?
Yes, very.
Why? You were quite glad when I went away. What happened?
You went away.
Ah.
Before, you wanted to be so serious. Before there was time.
How much time must there be before one knows what one feels?
What did you bring me?
Open it and see.
Asagai! You got the robes for me. How
Wait. I shall have to teach you how to drape it properly. Oh, big a day, Mama Shay. You wear it well. Very well. Mutilated hair and all.
My hair? What's wrong with my hair?
Were you born with it like that?
No, of course not.
How then?
You know perfectly well how. As crinkly as yours. That's how.
And it is ugly to you that way?
Oh, no, not ugly. But it's so hard to manage when it's, well, raw.
And so, to accommodate that, you mutilate it every week?
It's not mutilation.
Oh, please. I'm only teasing you because you are so very serious about these things. Do you remember the first time we met at school? You came up to me and you said, and I thought you were the most serious little thing I had ever seen. You said, Mr. Asagay, I wanted very much to talk with you about Africa. You see, Mr. Asagay, I am looking for my identity.
Yes.
Well, it is true that this is not so much a profile of a Hollywood queen as perhaps a queen of denial. Well, what does it matter? Assimilationism is so popular in your country.
I am not an assimilationist.
Such a serious one. So, you like the robes? You must take excellent care of them. They are from my sister's personal wardrobe.
You sent all the way home for me?
For you, I would do much more. Well, and that is what I came for. I must go.
Will you call me Monday?
Yes. We have a great deal to talk about, you and I. I mean about identity and time and all that.
Time?
Yes. About how much time one needs to know what one feels.
You see, you never understood that there is more than one kind of feeling which can exist between a man and a woman. Or at least there should be.
No. Between a man and a woman, there need be only one kind of feeling. I have that for you. Now even, right this moment.
I know. And by itself, it won't do. I can find that anywhere.
For a woman, it should be enough.
I know, because that's what it says in all the novels that men write. But it isn't. Go ahead and laugh. But I'm not interested in being someone's little episode in America. Or one of them. Oh, that's funny as hell, huh?
It's just that every American girl I have known has said that to me. White, black, in this, you are all the same. And the same speech, too.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
It's how you can be sure that the world's most liberated women are not liberated at all. You all talk about it too much.
Oh, Mama, this is Mr. Asagay.
How do you do?
How do you do, Mrs. Younger? Please forgive me for coming at such an outrageous hour on a Saturday.
Well, you are quite welcome. I just hope you understand that our house don't always look like this. You must come again. I would love to hear all about your country. I think it's so sad the way our American Negroes don't know nothing about Africa except Tarzan and all that. And all that money they pour into these churches when they ought to be helping you people over there drive out them French and Englishmen done taking away your land.
Yes.
How many miles is it from here to where you come from?
Many thousands.
Oh, I bet you don't half look after yourself being away from your mama so far. I expect you better come around here from time to time and get yourself some home-cooked meals.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. I must go. I will call you on Monday, Alayo.
What's that he call you?
Oh, Alayo. I hope you don't mind. It is what you call a nickname, I think. It is a Yoruba word. I am a Yoruba.
Benny, I thought you said he was from...
Oh, no, Nigeria is my country. Yoruba is my tribal origin.
You didn't tell us what Alayo means. For all I know, you might be calling me little idiot or something.
Well, let me see. I do not know just how to explain it. The saints of Aten can be so different when it changes languages.
You're evading.
No, really. It is difficult. It means one for whom bread, food, is not enough. Is that all right?
Thank you.
Well, that's nice. You must come see us again, Mr.
Asa Guy.
Yes. Do come again.
Goodbye.
Lord, that's a pretty thing just went out of here. Yes, I guess I see why we done commenced to get so interested in Africa around here. Missionaries, my Aunt Jenny.
Oh, Mama.
What's the matter, girl? You cracking up?
Travis! Ruth is resting now. Travis, baby, run next door and ask Miss Johnson to please let me have a little kitchen cleanser. This here can is empty as Jacob's kettle.
I just came in.
Do as you're told.
Yes, ma'am.
Benny, where are you going?
To become a queen of the Nile.
Where did Benny go?
Far as I could make out, to Egypt. Ruth, who told you to get up?
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with me to be laying in no bed for.
What time is it getting to?
10:20. And the mailman gonna ring that bell this morning just like he done every morning for the last umpteen years.
She say to tell you that she don't have much.
Lord, some people I could name sure is tight-fisted. Mark 2 cans of cleanser down on the list here. If she that hard up for kitchen cleanser, I sure don't want to forget to get her none.
Lena, maybe the woman is just short on cleanser.
Much baking powder as she done borrowed from me all these years, she could have done gone into the baking business.
Get down them steps, boy.
Yes, ma'am.
You mean it done really come?
Oh, Miss Lena.
Well, I don't know what we all so excited about round here for. We known it was coming for months.
Well, there's a whole lot different from having it come and being able to hold it in your hands. A piece of paper worth $10,000.
Here it is, Mama.
Well, come on, open it. Lord have mercy. I wish Walter Lee was here.
Open it, Grandmama.
Now, you all be quiet. It's just a check.
Open it.
Now, don't act silly. We ain't never been no people to act silly about no money.
We ain't never had none before. Open it.
Travis, is them the right amount of zeros?
Yes'm. $10,000. Golly, Grandmama, you rich.
$10,000. Put it away somewhere, Ruth. $10,000 they give you. $10,000.
What's the matter with Grandmama? Don't you want to be rich?
You go on out and play now, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
You gone and got yourself upset.
I expect if it wasn't for you all, I would just put that money away or give it to the church or something.
Now, what kind of talk is that? Mr. Younger would just be plain mad if he could hear you talking foolish like that.
Yes, he sure would. We got enough to do with that money, all right. Where did you go today, girl?
To the doctor.
Now, Ruth, you know better than that. Old Dr. Jones is strange enough in his way, but there ain't nothing about him make somebody slip and call him she like you done this morning.
Well, that's just what happened. My tongue slipped.
You went to see that woman, didn't you?
What woman are you talking about?
That woman who...
The mailman come. Did it come? Oh. Mama, look. Old Willie Harris put everything on paper.
Son,
So,
I think you ought to talk to your wife. I'll go on out and leave you alone.
I can talk to her later. Mama, look, please.
Son.
Will somebody just listen to me today?
I don't allow no yelling in this house, Walter Lee, and you know it. And there ain't gonna be no investing in no liquor stores.
But, Mama, you ain't even looked at it.
I don't aim to have to speak on that again.
You ain't even looked at it, and you don't aim to have to speak on that again? You ain't even looked at it, and you decided. Well, you tell that to my boy tonight when you put him to sleep on the living room couch.
Where you going?
Out.
Where?
Just out of this house somewhere.
I'll come too.
I don't want you to come.
I got something to talk to you about,
Well,
Walter.
that's too bad.
Walter Lee, sit down.
I'm a grown man, Mama.
Ain't nobody said you wasn't grown, but you still in my house and in my presence. And as long as you are, you will talk to your wife civil. Now sit down.
Oh, let him go out and drink himself to death. He makes me sick to my stomach.
And you turn minds too, baby. That woman was my biggest mistake.
Walter, what is the matter with you?
Matter with me? Ain't nothing the matter with me.
Yes, there is. Something eating you up like a crazy man. Something more than me not giving you this money. The past few years, I've been watching it happen to you. You get all nervous acting and kind of wild in the eyes. I said, sit there now. I'm talking to you.
Mama, I don't need no nagging at me today.
Seem like you get into a place where you're always tied up in some kind of knot about something. But if anybody asks you about it, you just yell at them and bust out the house and go out and drink somewheres. Walter Lee, people can't live with that. Ruth's a good, patient girl in her way, but you're getting to be too much. Boy, don't make the mistake of driving that girl away from you.
Why? What'd she ever do for me?
She loves you.
I'm going out. I want to be by myself for a while.
I'm sorry about your liquor store, son. It just wasn't the thing for us to do. That's what I want to tell you about.
I gotta go out, Mama.
It's dangerous, son.
What's dangerous?
When a man goes outside his home to look for peace.
Then why can't there never be no peace in this house then?
You done found it in some other house?
No. There ain't no woman. Why do women always think there's a woman somewhere when a man gets restless, Mama? Do you know what this money means to me? Do you know what this money can do for us? Mama, I want so many things.
Yes, son.
I want so many things that is driving me kind of crazy, Mama. Look at me.
I'm looking at you. You're a good-looking boy. You got a job, a nice wife, a fine boy.
A job. Mama, a job. I open and close car doors all day long. I drive a man around in his limousine and I say, yes, sir. No, sir. Oh, very good, sir. Shall I take the drive, sir? Mama, ain't no kind of job that ain't nothing at all. Mama, I don't know if I can even make you understand.
Understand what, baby?
Sometimes it's like I can see the future stretched out in front of me, just plain as day, the future, Mama. Hanging over there at the edge of my days, just waiting for me. A big, looming, blank space full of nothing. Just waiting for me. But it don't have to be. Mama, sometimes when I'm downtown driving that man around and I pass them cool, quiet-looking restaurants where them white boys are sitting back and talking about things, sitting there turning deals worth millions of dollars. Sometimes I see guys don't look much older than me.
Son, how come you talk so much about money?
Because it is life, Mama.
Oh, so now money is life. Once upon a time, freedom used to be life. Now it's money.
No, it was always money, Mama. We just didn't know about it.
No, something has changed. You something new, boy. In my time, we was worried about not being lynched and getting to the north if we could, and how to stay alive and still have a pinch of dignity, too. Now here come you and Benitha talking about things we ain't never even thought about hardly, me and your daddy. You ain't satisfied or proud of nothing we done. I mean that you had a home, that we kept you out of trouble till you was grown, that you don't have to ride to work on the back of nobody's streetcar. You my children, but I, different we done become.
You just don't understand, Mama. You just don't understand.
Son, do you know your wife is expecting another baby? That's what she wanted to talk to you about. This isn't for me to be telling, but you ought to know. I think Ruth is thinking about getting rid of that child.
No. Ruth wouldn't do that.
When the world gets ugly enough, a woman will do anything for her family. The part that's already living.
You don't know Ruth, Mama. If you think she would do that.
Yes, I would too, Walter. I gave her a $5 down payment.
Well, son, I'm waiting to hear you say something. I'm waiting to hear how you be your father's son, be the man he was. Your wife says she gonna destroy your child. And I'm waiting to hear you talk like him and say, we are people who give children life, not who destroys them. I'm waiting to see you stand up and look like your daddy and say, we done give up one baby to poverty and that we ain't gonna give up nary another one. I'm waiting. If you, a son of mine, tell her you are a disgrace to your father's memory.